Hi friends, it's Kelly with Rowena May Inspired, and today we're going to take this pumpkin craft and we're going to just freshen it up, give it a little freshening up. You know, it was probably a really beautiful sign at one time. It just needs a little TLC. So I took those sticks that were stapled to the front, and then there's a little crow with some Spanish moss, and I plucked that off. And then I'm going to go in with some folk art home decor paint in the color Toasted Terracotta. Now you guys know that my favorite color is Pueblo, but in the last craft I used up all the Pueblo, so we had to go with a little Toasted Terracotta. It's just a little bit brighter than the Pueblo. So once I went over that entire thing, it's not fully covered because I'm going to sand it back anyway. You guys know I like to distress my crafts. I like that, just distressed look. So just taking the sander and going over those edges. So for the greenery part of the pumpkin, we're going to go in with some Anita's all-purpose paint in the color hunter green, and we're just again freshening up what's already there. You guys, crafts don't have to be totally made over. You can just take something that you found at a garage sale or an estate sale or whatever and just give it a fresh coat of paint and make it new again. So we're going to do a couple coats of the paint on here. We're going to get the stem as well, and then we'll go ahead and dry it up. So again, I'm going to sand the edges of the leaves and the stem. Got to have everything matching here. Nothing can look too new. There we go. So now I'm going to take the crow and I'm going to go in with some Waverly ink. Again, we're just freshening up all the parts and pieces to this once beautiful sign. I'm going to go across the edges and the front of the little crow, dry it up. And then sand the edges of this as well. So I decided to get my grunge mix out and just give this a little, not only a little bit more of a rustic look, but also to freshen up the smell. Not that it smelled or anything, but the grunge mix has cinnamon and vanilla in it and coffee. And that makes everything smell delightful. So we're just gonna make this look like a pumpkin that's been sitting out in the pumpkin patch, but fresh and new. So I am going to take some Spanish moss and I'm going to hot glue it right on there where the Spanish moss was before. I'm going to give it a little nest for our little crow to sit in. Now I'm going to take some E6000, put a little dot right in the middle because if this hangs on a door, it might take a little heat. So we want to make sure it's going to stay put. We're going to hold that down there until it's good and tight. So I busted out the raffia again and I made a little bow. We're going to put right at the top and I'm going to just staple that bad boy right on there. I'm going to take a little bit of greenery and stick it right down by the crow. I'll hold it closer here in just a second. And then put this really pretty sunflower on here. I thought this just needed a little pop of color. We're going to do the same thing with that same greenery. This greenery came from Hobby Lobby and it's discontinued, but I do like using it. Cool little kind of a faux looking Sweet Annie. And then we're just gonna put our sunflower at the top, and that's it, you guys. I did put the sticks back on, stapled those on there, so it's back to what it had on here originally, and we just zhuzhed it up a little bit. But I think it turned out so cute, and I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. And if you did, please hit like, share, and follow Rowena May Inspired for more fun, cute crafts. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.